What's going on, world? My name is Serial Sensei, and it is about that time again, man. The year is winding down. I'm recording this on the 29th of December, 2022, so it is about that time to get this list. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what's going on. My favorite 20 albums of 2022. Shout out to those listening on SoundCloud. This is like a podcast slash YouTube video. It'll be on both platforms if you're watching on YouTube. You know, subscribe, like, comment, do all that good stuff. Shout outs to my peoples on SoundCloud. You know, same thing. Like, well, you can't subscribe on SoundCloud, but you know, do all of the cool things that help out the algorithm, no matter which platform you are listening and or watching this on. But yeah, as always, I've been doing this for a couple years now, so y'all know the drill. My favorite 20 albums, pretty much the criteria is pretty simple. It's just what I found myself listening to the most. I don't really have any other criteria. I'm not gonna be, oh, well, this was produced better than this and this sounded better than this. Like, no, just what was I listening to? What albums or projects did I find myself going back to consistently? As always, it's my list. It's not your list. But I would love to hear what some of your favorite projects were of the year. That would be great if you wouldn't mind putting that down in the comment section somewhere. But if you're mad at my list, I don't know what to tell you. This is my favorite 20. You know, I don't know what else you want from me. So we're gonna do 20 albums, but first, we're gonna get into some honorable mentions. I'm gonna go through these real quick. I got 6 honorable mentions that almost made the cut. Boldy James, Be That As It May, Little Sims, No Thank You, which would have made it, but it came out so late. Absol Herbert, which also would have made it, but it came out too late. Habit Brown's self-titled album, Pusha T, It's Almost Dry, and Method Man, Meth Lab, Season 3, The Rehab. Those were the 6 albums that were almost there, but didn't quite make the cut, but all still dope projects that I think you should check out, so give those a look. But without further ado, let's get this started. Oh, real quick, I'm gonna do this a little different. I'm gonna go through all 20, give a little quick spiel about what I liked about the project, and then we're gonna move on to the next one until we get to number 1. So yeah, with that being said, let's get started. So, favorite 20 albums of 2022. Number 20 is going to be Robert Glasper with Black Radio 3. The Black Radio albums pretty much never disappoint. This one is no different. Love the musicianship, love the features. You got Jasmine Sullivan was on here, D Smoke was on here. I don't have notes in front of me, y'all, so I'm kind of winging this. But I really enjoyed the feature. Her was on here. Just a lot of good singers. Top Dollar Sign. A lot of good features on here. Everybody did their thing, you know, with the Black Radio series with Robert Glasper. You're gonna get good musicianship. You're gonna get good songwriting from the featured artists. It's just it's a really good just body of work. Real good, you know, R&B, soul. Sometimes I feel like some gospel in there sometimes, but no, Robert Glasper's super dope musician. The Black Radio albums always hit. This one was really good. Heaven's Here is probably like my favorite song off that album. I think that guy's name was Ant Clemens, the feature. Once again, I don't have this pulled up in front of me. But yeah, number 20, Robert Glasper, Black Radio 3. Number 19, Freddie Joachim with Hiding EP. Really dope instrumental EP. This is something that I listened to a lot this year. Just would throw this in the background while I was writing, and it was just a good soundtrack to just vibe to. I put this on while I'm writing. Sometimes I put it on just to kick my day off. You know, I don't want to kick the day off turning up too much. So I throw this on. It's got a nice kind of chill vibe to it, but I love Freddie Joachim's production. He's been on a roll of really good beat tapes lately. This has just been the latest one, but if you got Spotify, man, just go check out all of his work, man. He makes really good beat tapes, and this was one that I definitely found myself going back to a lot. So that was Freddie Joachim with Hiding EP. Coming in at number 18, we're gonna go Denzel Curry, Melt My Eyes, See Your Future. Really dope album from Denzel Curry. He has also been on a pretty good roll of putting out good projects. I love that Zatoichi song. I listened to that Zatoichi song a lot, but just really good content on here. Just good rapping, good content, good production. I don't think it's my favorite Denzel Curry album. I still think Taboo for me is my favorite body of work from him, but this album's still really good. Speaking of Robert Glasper, he happened to be featured on the first song on this album, but you know, songs like Mental, like I said, Zatoichi, I like X-Wing. He had a lot of good tracks on here. Really solid album from Denzel Curry. Would have been higher on the list, but I fell off of it for a little bit, and then kind of towards the end of the year I started revisiting it, and I remembered how much I enjoyed it. So shout out to Denzel Curry, about my I See Your Future. Before I get to this next pick, some of these picks I cheated on, and you'll understand what I mean by cheated, but it's my list. I can do what I want. So speaking of, coming in at number 17, we're going to go with the Cool Kids, Before Shit Got Weird / Baby Oil Staircase / Chill Out. The reason I say I kind of cheated is because really Before Shit Got Weird came out first, and then Baby Oil Staircase was the solo album from Sir Michael Rocks, and then Chill Out was the album from Chuck English. But hey man, listen, they kind of rolled it out as like a triple album kind of thing, but they released them separately, so I'm gonna just count them as all one project. I don't care, it's my list, I do what I want. But nah man, it was good just hearing them again. Love the production on all three of these projects. I don't know, this took me back to like college. Like, it sounds like an updated version of what I would have listened to back when I was in college around like 08, 09. Like, this is something I definitely would have been heavy on. So I don't know, something about this, and you know, they were out around that time, and something about this just really took me back to that time. And I love the skits on this album, because we don't get good skits a lot anymore. You gotta cherish a good skit when you get one. And the Before Shit Got Weird skit is great. And I loved hearing Pac Div. I haven't heard Pac Div in forever, so that was dope hearing them on here. I like the Low Sodium joint with Chance the Rapper. The Sir Michael Rock solo Baby Oil Staircase is super dope. I love Home Improvement. Bro, that Home Improvement track is so smooth. And Chuck English's part of the album, the Chill Out, is the album title is very appropriate. It's such a vibe. It's such a vibe. But nah, this was a good low-key triple album, and I enjoyed this a lot, man. Like I said, it took me back to like my college days, and it's good to hear rappers that you used to listen to back in the day, and they still sound good. They still sound fresh. So shout out to the Cool Kids. If you didn't get a chance to check this one out, I would definitely recommend it. Coming in at number 16, we're gonna go with Teller Banks, The I and I. I've been trying to figure out, I think this might be my favorite Teller Banks album. I've been listening to this a lot lately. I'm starting to think this is my favorite one. It's very, I like when he can get a little more introspective, and this project is definitely very personal, but the bars are still there, the wittiness is still there, but it felt like a very, very vulnerable project. But another good release from him. I love the Ride With Me track, Fetty Wap, Cain and Abel. There are a couple of joints here towards the end of this album. I wish I could remember their names that I really enjoyed. But nah, man, Teller Banks, if you've never listened to him, he's really dope, man. This would actually be a good entry point. At first, Apex Predator was like my favorite album from him, but I'm sorry, I said Apex Predator. That's the name of the song. The Beautiful and the Grotesque was the album. But I think the I and I, this one might be my favorite. If you've never listened to Teller Banks, I think this would be a good place to start. It's like introspective, it's street, it's a lot of things rolled into one, but I really enjoy it. So that was Teller Banks with the I and I. Coming in at number 15, we got Marlo 3. Shout outs to LaRange and Solemn Brigham. The Marlo series is super dope, and think this might be my favorite one. At first, it was the first one, but I don't know, man. This one, they really found a good pocket. LaRonge's production is just so unique, and I feel like Solemn Brigham has the perfect style to rap over these kinds of beats. Tracks like The Jeweler, Fire, the Royal track. I love that they got a feature from Blue and also Joel Ortiz. What's the other joint? They got a feature from De Niro Ferrar with Godfist. It's a lot of good joint. The LaMelo track. There's so many good tracks on this album. I feel like this was like low key like a sleeper. Like the people that know about Marlo, but if you've never listened to a Marlo project, definitely got to check this out, man. From start to finish, this album is fire, and I love these two. I feel like were just made for each other because, like I said, LaRonge's production is so unique. It doesn't sound like anybody else's, and the way Solemn Brigham raps is just perfect over this kind of production. So Marlo 3, really, really good album. Definitely enjoyed it. Might be my favorite of the Marlo series. If you have not listened to this album, definitely check it out. Coming in at number 14, got Elzhi and Georgia Ann Muldrow with Zeitgeist. Man, boy, bars. But Elzhi is definitely one of like the best rappers I think I've ever heard in my life. Like, and it's not even just the bars. It's like he's so precise with how he rhymes, and the production from Georgia Ann Muldrow I felt like was perfect. This is definitely a duo that I would love to hear more from. There's not much to say about an Elzhi project other than like this man just be rapping, bro. Like this man be rapping, and Georgia Ann Muldrow just gave him the perfect soundscape to go over. So I definitely got to check more of her out. I've known of her, but I haven't really dived into her catalog. So this is definitely gonna make me want to go check out and see some of the other work that she's done. But nah, man, Zeitgeist, this joint good. This joint good. So shout outs to Elzhi, Georgia Ann Muldrow. Thoroughly enjoyed this project. Coming in at number 13, got Big K.R.I.T, Smoke DZA, Wiz Khalifa, and Girl Talk with Full Court Press. Wasn't expecting this album, even though I know K.R.I.T, DZA, and Wiz Khalifa have done a song together before way back when, but I wasn't expecting a full project. And nah, man, I like this. This was good, like feel good music for me. And Girl Talk bodied the production. Production on this album is so clean. And these three actually like have good chemistry, and considering how like different their styles are, it all like comes together really well. The production is clean. They can make fun tracks. You know, it's a good. I don't know. This is just a good fun album that I just enjoyed listening to kind of just keep my spirits up, and I want something a little more, something with a little bop in it. But season. The Smoke DZA solo track, love that joint. Man, the last track, Every Day with Currency, oh that beat, oh it's so good. I love that song. That's one of them. When that come on in the car, you gotta turn that one up. It makes you feel good. It just makes you feel good. But nah, man, thoroughly enjoyed this album. It's just a fun album. It's, you know, you don't put this on to hear some top tier, you know, A1 lyricism. Oh, the bars are crazy. Like, no, I want to put this on because I'm trying to, like, I want to enjoy my day and have a good time. So shout outs to K.R.I.T, DZA, Wiz, and Girl Talk, Full Court Press. Really dope project that I enjoyed. Coming in at number 12, gonna go with India Shawn, Before We Go Deeper. I've been championing India Shawn and this project all year, and I will continue to do so. I've said this numerous times. If there's one R&B album you need to listen to this year that you might not have heard, this is definitely the one, because this joint, man, like, I'm looking at the track list and there's not a bad song on here, bro. Cali Love, Don't Play With My Heart, Too Sweet with Unknown Mortal Orchestra, Caught in the Middle, Exchange. She got the Moving On with Anderson .Paak. Like, bro, it's so many good songs on here. Really good songwriting. She has a really great voice. I believe this is her debut album, but she's been in the music industry, I believe, as a songwriter for a very long time, and you can hear it when you listen to her music. Like, she sounds like she's just been around music for a very long time. She feels very comfortable. Everything just sounds natural. The production on this album is clean. It's great. Her vocals are great. The songwriting is great. The hooks are, everything on this is so on point. This is a very well put together album. Like I said, if there's one R&B album you need to listen to this year, this is the one, man. India Shawn is super dope, and I am definitely looking forward to whatever she puts out next, because she smoked this one. This one was definitely in the rotation. Coming in at number 11, some people might feel a way about this, but I enjoyed this album a lot. Going with Big K.R.I.T, Digital Roses Don't Die. I know some people felt some kind of way about this album. They didn't like the singing route that K.R.I.T went, which I understand it, but at the same time, bro, this man been giving us trunk slappers since K.R.I.T was here, bro. Like, he's been giving us trunk slappers since Return to Forever, and like he's gave us those. Let this man sing if he want to sing. And kind of like the Full Court Press album, like, this was just a feel good. Like, you can't put on Road Clean and not like feel good. Like, I don't know, man. Like, earlier in the year when this came out, you know, maybe it was just me. It felt like I had a lot going on, personally and just in the world, and it felt good to listen to something that was just a little more lighthearted and a little more fun. So yeah, give me Road Clean, give me South Side of the Moon, give me Just For You, give me all. I'll take all the singing. And the wild thing is as happy as this album is most of the time, there's still some serious tracks, like the Generational Way Down. That's kind of the I mean, it's still singing, but that's kind of, I think, closer to the Big K.R.I.T that people would want more. But nah, man, this joint was good. It's good soulful music, man. I was happy with this album. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Anytime I wanted to feel good, I just put on Road Clean and just let that joint just play or repeat. I really enjoy listening to this, man. If K.R.I.T want to sing, that man has earned the right to sing. He done gave us slappers for years and years and years. Let that man pour his heart out and sing if he want to sing. I'm a fan. So that's number 11, Big K.R.I.T. Digital Roses Don't Die. Coming in, getting to the nitty gritty, the top 10. Coming in at number 10, we got Saba with Few Good Things. I actually re-listened to this a couple days ago. I was like, man, bro, this album was good. This was good, man. Like, he killed this. For one, I'm always happy to see a Bone Thugs and Harmony member still on the song. So, Come My Way with Crazy Bone. Loved that track. I hate that my favorite song on this album is the interlude. The interlude called Circus with Aaron Allen Kane. It's only 1 minute, but man, it's so good. I love Saba's flows. I love the subject matter. I feel like he just finds ways to be very relatable. He crafts really good songs, and I don't know, man. It's another album where, like, it's not. I can't think of many songs on here that I didn't like. Like, this was definitely something that I could go back to very consistently and just kind of just let it ride. Like, One Way or Every Nigga with a Budget, Survivor's Guilt with G Herbo. I'm not even like a G Herbo fan like that, but that track was super dope. Already mentioned Come My Way with Crazy Bone, Still with Black and Smino. Like, I don't know, man. It's a lot. Yeah, a Black Thought feature. Wasn't expecting that. Got that. Like, nah, man. This joint was good, and I love about the Few Good Things. I think that was one of those tracks where, like, remember back in the day, you would get to the end of the song, and then the song would stop. And it go blank for a little bit, and then you kind of get like a little bonus track. I think it was still a continuation of the same song, but I feel like it stopped for like a minute and then the song continued on. But nah, man, this is dope, man. Saba's super talented, man. I really enjoyed this album, and it is something that I will definitely keep going back to. He's another one for me who, of everything I've heard from him, he hasn't really missed for me. So yeah, shout out to Saba. Few Good Things at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we got Joey Badass with 2000. Oh, so it's just good to hear a Joey Badass album again. And this joint hit, man. My only beef with this project there were like maybe about 2 or 3 songs kind of in like the middle-ish portion that I didn't care for, but everything else, like the intro, the baddest, Make Me Feel, oh that beat, oh that Make Me Feel beat, Where I Belong, like it's Cruise Control, like this was Joey back in, I feel like prime Joey form. Yeah, like it was just good to hear Joey again, man. Like this is, and the album being named 2000, I know 1999 is, regarded as like a classic. I'm not sure whether this will stack up with that. Time will tell. But for a return from Joey, because we haven't heard from him in a while, like he definitely showed that he still got it. Like I said, pretty much everything outside of like that kind of middle section. There were a couple of like girl friendly tracks on here. Those I was kind of like, those I could have did without. But the rest of this joint was fire. Joey did his thing on this. I don't know if he's gonna take another long break between this and whatever the next project is, but it don't matter because this is gonna be in the rotation for a minute. It won't be leaving the rotation anytime soon, especially like these first like 8 tracks. Boy, yeah, this was good, man. It's good to hear another Joey project. So shout outs to him. I know he getting that Hollywood money now, but hopefully, drop a little album every now and then, man. Ooh, every now and again. But shout outs to Joey Badass. 2000, super dope album. Coming in at number 8. I'm also cheating again, but I don't care. It's my list. Going with K.R.I.T, Languish Arts and Woeful Studies. I'm listening to them both because he dropped both albums on the same day at the same time. And if we're being honest, if you're a K.R.I.T fan and you listen to one album, you're gonna go listen to the other one. Like there's never a time where I only listen to Languish Arts and don't go right to Woeful Studies afterwards. Like these albums just flow so well together. And once again, K.R.I.T with just masterful penmanship, able to just paint these pictures of life and just making all kinds of just parallels from street life and relating it to just so many other things. And I don't know, he has a way with words that's just really, really special. I know his delivery and style might not be for everybody, very minimal on the production side, but the pen game is super poetic, man. Full Cobra I think is my favorite song from both albums. But man, Full Cobra, No Reservations, Forgive Me, and that's just Languish Art. Like it's a lot of good. It's so much fire in between both of these albums. Like I said, you listen to one and you got to go right to the other one. And I think Woeful Studies was special, not just because the songs were good. We Not Innocent, I'm Tired, My Only Home, which that's one of the realest songs I think I've heard this year. But I really appreciate Woeful Studies because he did a lot of different things with his flow that we haven't really heard from him much. So that was good to kind of hear him step out of his comfort zone just a little bit with Woeful Studies. So I still haven't decided which of these albums I like more. It started off with Languish Arts, but I might be kind of leaning more towards Woeful Studies just because of some of the different routes he went with his flow and just trying other new things that I haven't heard him do before, or haven't heard him do much of before. So I might be leaning towards Woeful Studies, but either way, both these projects are really good. Pen game crazy. Kai's that's a special guy, man. That's a special lyricist, and I'm always looking forward to anything he puts out. And he gave us 2 albums on the same day at the same time. It can't really ask for much more. But that was K.R.I.T with Languish Arts / Woeful Studies. Coming in at number 7, we got Orion Sun with Getaway EP. Like India Shawn, Orion Sun is somebody else that I've been championing since like the beginning of the pandemic when I found out who she was. This EP is super short. I think it's like 5 songs, 6 songs. But even the intro on this is fire. Like, I don't know. I love her. Like, I love her style, her delivery. It's her vocals. Just she makes that. I feel like I'm on a cloud music. Like I put this on and I feel safe. I feel like I'm gonna be okay. But she's a really good songwriter. She speaks on really dope topics. Said my favorite joints from this will probably be the first three. The intro track, Pressure, and Concrete. But she's super dope. And I think this would be a good, if you want to get a quick dose of what she's like, this would be a good place to start, because only 6 songs, only about a under 20-minute listen. She's special. I still talk about that Hold Space for Me album, but this year she just gave us a little EP, and this joint, I hope she gets more recognition. I feel like she's a really good vocalist. She crafts really good songs. She can do a variety of styles. I think she's super, super talented, and I hope more people catch on to what she's doing, because I think she's got a lot of talent that needs to be recognized. But yeah, that is Orion Sun with the Getaway EP. Coming in at number 6, gonna go with Kavinsky with Reborn. Was not expecting this album to be on my top anything. I actually only found out about this album. I know who Kavinsky is. I've known of him, but this is my first time listening to like a full project from him. And I only clicked on this because he had a feature with Cautious Clay, who I really enjoy. And then I listened to that song, and I was like, oh, this Renegade song is kind of fire. And then I went on Spotify, and I was like, oh, he has a whole album out. Well, I might as well just listen to it, see what else is on here. And bro, I didn't know that I needed some synth wave in my life in 2022, but I found it and I got it, and it's great. it's great. This is another album I put on when it lifts my spirits up. I can let this ride pretty much from beginning to end, and it gives me that nice just 80s just synth. It just hits, bro. I thoroughly enjoy this album. The Renegade joint, Plasma, Zenith, Cameo, the music video for Cameo is so dope. Oh, I love that video. But the tracks with vocals, even just the instrumentals, this is just some really good synth wave that I welcome into my life. I didn't know I needed it, but I found it. And this is on repeat, like a lot. Like I go back to this album a lot. This is something I play while I work. Keep me energized. Keep me up and awake so I can finish the rest of my shift. But Kavinsky, Reborn, fantastic. If you want some good synth wave, some EDM, I don't know what you want to classify it as, but it's good. That's all I know. It's fire, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So shout outs to Kavinsky. Getting to the top 5, coming in at number 5, we got Lupe Fiasco with Drill Music and Zion. It was really hard to order my top 5 because all of these albums I think are phenomenal, but I had to figure out some kind of order. So at number 5 we got Lupe with Drill Music and Zion. I was talking to this with somebody on Twitter, but Lupe's run since Tetsuo and Youth has been wild. Like, this man's just kind of hit like another gear. And this joint is good, man. Gotti, Autobotto, Precious Things, Kiosk, the Miss Mural track, that the story in that track is nuts. Naomi, that's just one of my favorite. That's just another album where, bro, it's not a lot of bad on here, bro. Like, this is Lupe being Lupe, just A1 lyricism, storytelling, visuals. I would say the production it didn't stand out, but the lyrics are so good, I almost feel like the production didn't need to. It allowed Lupe to just kind of do his thing. But nah, man, this is Lupe doing Lupe things, and his catalog is getting out of control, y'all. Like, I know he had a couple of missteps at one point, but if you really sit back and just look at the quality of this man's catalog, it's getting crazy. Like, it's getting crazy. But nah, man, this is a really, really dope Lupe album. I don't know where it fits in my rankings of his albums, but I do know that I thoroughly enjoy listening to it, because this man be rapping, and he be rapping at a very elite level that not many other people can, and I find it thoroughly enjoyable to listen to. Like I said, tracks like Miss Mural and Kiosk, really all of these just show how special of a lyricist he is with the way he can tell stories. And I don't know, the man's just Lupe's Lupe, bro. That man different. He's in the alien tier of rappers that not many other people are in that tier. So number 5, Lupe, Drill Music and Zion. Speaking of aliens, number 4, Black Thought and Danger Mouse with Cheat Codes. I'm gonna need these two to be like Run the Jewels and give me about 3-4 albums, cause bruh, this yeah, I'm gonna need I'm gonna need more of this. This production from Danger Mouse, this is what I want to hear Black Thought rap over. This another joint I can kind of just put this on and just let it just do its thing, brother. I love The Darkest Part with Raekwon. Having Joey Badass on here, that was a dope feature. The Belize track with MF Doom, RP Doom. I love Aquamarine with Michael Kiwanuka. That's probably my favorite song on here. Identical Deaths, The Strangers joint with Run the Jewels and ASAP Rocky. Like, bro, it's my little hip hop heart was in heaven listening to this, and every time I put this on, I'm like, damn, this was good, man, bro. Like he like them other little joints Black Thought was putting out before this they were good, but they weren't this, bro. They weren't this. This is a great body of work. This is a really good body of work. A1 lyricism, production that this is the kind of production I would love to hear him rap over more. Him and Danger Mouse, I feel like they have something here that I hope they continue with and do again. Because this was great, man. This was this was just amazing. I can throw this on at any time, and I'm going to be in a very happy place listening to this. So yeah, my number 4, Black Thought and Danger Mouse with Cheat Codes. Coming in at number 3, got Vince Staples with Ramona Park, Broke My Heart. And I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This was my number 1 for most of the year up until I heard the other 2 albums that you'll hear me mention. But wild thing is, I've listened to Vince Staples albums before, and I've never been like a huge fan. I didn't think he was bad. It was somebody I never really found myself returning to. But the second I put this on, bro, once it hit Free the Homies, all right, you got me. I'm in for this. DJ Quick, the Magic joint. These first about 8 tracks, banger. When they got to When Sparks Fly, when I heard that for the first time, when I heard that, I don't know what that sample is. That track is crazy. Bro. When Sparks Fly, I think is my favorite song of the year. I love that song. That song is so dope. I love the storytelling and him telling the story perspective of the gun. But that song is, man. No, Vince had one with this. Like I said, these other albums I thought were cool. This one, I banged this joint heavy when it came out. Like from top to bottom, bro. Like the Lemonade it got that just perfect, just West Coast feel to it, and it's good, man. So I don't know what else you want from it. It's great production. It's good content. Vince is a pretty solid MC. Like it's a perfect marriage of just everything that I would want to hear in my music, in my hip hop. And this joint just hit for me. This joint really hit for me, and I found myself consistently going back and just running this album back over and over and over and over and over. And it was my number 1 until these other albums, which I will get to. Coming in at number 2, we got Jid with The Forever Story. And I think, like I said this about all of the top 5. I think this is an exceptional piece of work. The flows, the singing, like on Cody Blue 31, like, bro, Jid killed this, bro. There's not a single song on this album I don't like. Like, bro, like this album is ridiculously good. My only complaint is that Kenny Mason didn't get verses on his songs. I think he was just doing hooks. I would have loved to hear Kenny Mason get verses, because I feel like him and Jid complement each other so well. But Crack Sandwich, another one of my favorite songs of the year. Love that joint. Can't Punk Me with Earth Gang, Surround Sound, Dance Now, the Brother Them track with Lil Durk, Sister Them track. Y'all seen Bay on here. Like I said, Cody Blue 31, super soulful. I heard that singing. I was like, all right, Jid, I see you with the singing. The Money track, that joint is super catchy. I know people, and on the extended version on Spotify, he did add the 2007 track, because I know a lot of people when they first heard that wanted that to be the closer. But I honestly thought that Louder 2 was a really good closing song. It felt like a good way to wrap this album up, and I love the content, man. This album was super personal. I feel like you really got a chance to understand like who Jid was and like what his story is, and in that way, like it was very relatable. And on top of it being relatable and you connecting to his story, it's great lyricism. Jid's flow is out of this world. Production on this album is amazing. Like this was a near this is a near perfect project for me, bro. Like, this is another one. Like with the Vince Staples album, I played this over and over and over and over and over again, because this was a phenomenal listen. I normally don't like longer albums, but this didn't feel like a long album when I listened to it. Probably because it's so good. Like you're having too much fun listening to it. It's like, bro, I don't care how long this album is. I'm finna play all these songs because all of these joints hit. But nah, this I don't know where Jid goes from here or how he tops this, but this is an exceptional piece of work. And yeah, this joint's just this album's great. It's amazing. It's all of the good words and adjectives that you can use to describe an album. I've thoroughly enjoyed listening to this. So shout outs to Jid with the Forever Story. And coming in at number 1, my favorite album of 2022. Y'all know what time it is, man. Nas, King's Disease 3. People at his age should not be rapping this good. Him and Hit Boy did it again. Yes, this is better than the first 2 King's Diseases. I might even say this is better than Magic. Don't quote me on that yet. I gotta go back to Magic and listen a little more, get some more plays. But bro, this man, bro. Him and Hit Boy. I don't care if Hit Boy is the only producer he works with for the rest of his life. If they gonna give me stuff like this, I am all for it, bro. Legit done. Some of these beat switch ups on these songs were nuts, bro. Like, and Nas just be floating on these tracks. He really just sounds re-energized and reinvigorated. Like, and I love also tracks like Once a Man, Twice a Child, and Beef, because those 2 in particular really make me remember like old Nas. Like the storytelling and the imagery that I get in those songs, I'm like, this reminds me of the Nas that I fell in love with musically. Like this is why I enjoy this guy's music so much. But man, like, nah, it's some joints on here, bro. Like, this album out the gate, from Ghetto Reporter all the way down to the Serious Interlude, it's smack in the face, it ain't really any bad songs on here, but that particular run, it's just like, bro, this man is on another level. His rapping, his flows are on point. The subject matter, he's, like I said, the imagery is still vivid, the lyricism is still sharp, he's still dropping gems. It's, oh man, like, bro, it's I ran this back maybe about a week ago. I was like, bro, this this don't make no sense. Like, people his age, I don't know his exact age, I ain't got it pulled up. He's got to be close to 50 or mid 40s. It don't matter. People his age should not be rapping this good. Like, bro, this is nuts. This is insanity. That he's still rapping at this high level, and Hit Boy is lacing this man with just some of the best production he's ever rapped over. It's wild that Till My Last Breath is a bonus track. I think that could have stayed as a regular track. I still think it fits on the album, to be honest. Nah, man, this is high up there for me and Nas' discography, for real. Like this joint is, man, hood to hood, man. 30. Oh Lord, so much good. It's great. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to see do I have a favorite track. 30 was my favorite. My ESPN 30 for 30 doing that. I love that joint. But it's even the Get Light. I didn't think I would like the Get Light song, but I heard that the Get Light got a little bop too. I was like, all right, I see you now. Nah, bro. This joint is amazing. It's amazing. Like, you gotta appreciate when the legends are still putting out music at this high of a quality. Like, this sounds like something that like a 20 or 30-year-old Nas should have done. This man is in his 40s putting out albums of this high quality. Like, yeah, bro, this joint's just different. Like, it's levels to this rap thing, bro. And I feel like this is the kind of career you want to aim for. Like, there ain't a lot of people that's gonna be Nas' age that's still gonna be rapping this good. Like, it ain't a lot of people his age that's finna be pulling off tracks like Michael and Quincy. It's not. You're not gonna get that from a lot of people, bro. You're not gonna get that from a lot of people. But the production, the rapping, this is Nas just at his finest, man. This album is. I mean, I'm kind of biased. He's like one of my favorite rappers ever, but bro, this joint is great. Like, this album's so good. It is ridiculously good. And like everything in my top 5, this is something I go back to. I love King's Disease too, but after I heard this, I was like, oh yeah, no, this the one right here, bro. This the one right here. The nuggets he's dropping, like I said, the production, the lyricism, the flow, the imagery, the stories he's telling, just everything about this album is just great. I don't know. I probably should stop. I just keep talking about this, but nah, for real, bro. Like, this legit done Michael and Quincy 30 hood to hood, recession proof, reminisce, Get Light, and Beef, and Till My Last Breath. Those are like my favorite joints. Everything else, Once a Man Twice. Well, I named almost the whole album. Mine is like 3 songs, and even the other 3 are still good. It's just those the ones. But like the whole album is like the one. Like, all right, I'm gonna shut up. I've been talking. I've been rambling for a while. This album's good. It's so good. But yeah, Nas King's Disease 3. That is my favorite album of 2022. So that's it, man. That's my list. Appreciate y'all listening, whether you're listening on SoundCloud or watching on YouTube. These are my favorite albums of the year. Please let me know, what were your favorite albums? What were you listening to this year? Let me know some sleepers too. Let me know some albums that weren't on my list that you think I might want to check out, that might have been slept on, maybe people overlooked. So I'm definitely always looking to to dig in some new music. But these are my favorite 20 of the year. Other quick announcements for those, if you're a fan of the Dojo Talk podcast, if you know me for that, I ain't gonna say nothing, but keep it tuned. Me and the Antacool might got something for y'all soon. But shh, don't tell nobody. But keep an eye out for that. If you want to follow me elsewhere, I'm Serial Sensei on all platforms. I'm also a Twitch streamer, so you're going to follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv @Serial Sensei. If you're on YouTube, make sure you check out the other content. Got a lot of gaming content on there, doing reviews of indie games and just other random playthroughs and whatever it is I just kind of feel like doing. And like I said, make sure you like, subscribe, do all the cool things that help out the algorithm. 2023, man, we ain't stopping. Got more things planned. We the content's gonna keep coming. It might even be in different forms. I don't know. I'm still planning out my 2023. We gonna see how it goes, but just make sure you follow and you subscribe and all that, so you don't miss when I drop something. When I put something out, make sure you're there. Buy my books, The All About Chronicles, Volume 1 and 2. in stores, all that good stuff. I got a lot of stuff out here, man. Go check it all out. But yeah, man, this has been my favorite 20 albums of 2022. My name is Serial Sensei. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a great new year. And yeah, man, I will catch y'all in 2023. Till next time, I will see y'all when I see y'all.